Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. Alright, straight to the point. The job description of a prophet. Okay? The job description of the man that the Lord has employed to push forth his word starts with watching and reporting, the say before the prophesy. It says here, and not only that, also exhorting our people, okay, teaching our people, building our people, leading them back to the Father the correct way, okay. So it says here, Isaiah 58:1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Okay, so again, telling their people to correct their ways, to change their ways, to worship Yahweh Hashem Yahshai correctly, to forsake the idols, okay, to follow only after the living power, okay, because you can't serve two masters, all right, and Yahweh Hashem Yahshai is a jealous power, okay, so you can't serve two, okay. So yes, we're in the world, okay, we're in the midst of these idols, we're in the midst of these people, okay, but we have to maneuver with wisdom, be as a sheep, be wise as a serpent, but gentle or salaki or harmless as a dove. Okay. So it says here. Salaki. Second Ezra 15. And it reads, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. So the Lord is giving us a message that we have to translate and give to the people starting with the elect. The people are going to receive it. For the rest of the people, they will hear, but they will not understand. They will hear, and they will not take heed. Okay, shalom, 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 makia. Shalom to those listening. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. So it says here again, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. Okay, because this message is for the Israelites. Okay, starting with the election. And like I said, the election will take heed. Okay, while the rest they will hear and will not take this message for granted. Will take this message for granted. Okay, but it says here, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Okay, so we are to give, the prophesy, that say the intentions of the Lord, what the Lord is about to bring on this earth before it happens. Okay, so when it does happen, the people will acknowledge, as it says, then shall they acknowledge that there was a prophet, and not only they will acknowledge that there was a prophet, but they will acknowledge that there is a power too. Okay, because that prophet came in a certain specific vibration. He came serving a specific entity, which is, we come in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, so when all these things that we've been talking about come to pass, World War III, the implementation of the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, the microchip, okay, and the famine of the word, which is in a sense almost here, okay, which is, we're at the front of we're at the front door of the famine of the word, okay, especially in Canada, since they've established the law, the Bill C9, okay, the law against hate speech, okay, it's in power now, okay, so don't be surprised. We'll see the devil coming down with great wrath soon come, okay, and locking us up for as it says, making a man an offender for a word, okay, because he's demonizing the scriptures, the precepts, the truth of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and setting evil as good and good as evil, okay, and that's all part of things that we have to watch, okay, and report, okay, all these events that are happening, everything that is conducive for prophecy's sake, that which all these little moves that Isa Edom is doing behind the scenes, and we get through the interpretation to the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, that we understand that it's prophetic. Okay, it's all part of the bigger picture of them getting closer to setting up their new world order. We are to report that to the masses, to the world, to the children of Israel, so that they can be prepared, in a sense, to depart from this world. Okay, in a sense, spiritually and physically. Okay, because again, this is not our rest. All right. So again, we are to speak the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshan to their people. Okay, telling them this and this and this and this is going to happen, because thus said the Lord. And when it does happen, glorify ye the Lord. Okay, and if that's true, everything else that we're speaking about is true. Okay, you see, and you have to repent. Okay, turn back to the Lord and forsake your sins. Okay, as it says in Isaiah 55. Let me bring it up. It says here, Isaiah 55, I believe, Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. So how is he near? Through his prophets. Okay, Yahushai said, he that listens to you, he that hearkens unto you, hearkens unto me. Okay, and again, he that believeth in you, believeth in me, and not only in me, but also him that sent me. So there's that hierarchy. Okay, so if you don't believe in the prophets, you don't believe in the Lord. Okay, see. So again, you seek the Lord by the men that he sent on this earth to push forth his word. Those men are the ambassadors of the Most High on this earth, man. Of old, that's how the Lord has been speaking to humanity. Okay, to the children of Israel by prophets. Guys, says in Hebrews 1. Okay, and first and finally, he sent his son. Well, not finally, because the prophets are still back in the reincarnation, doing the same thing that they've been doing from the days of old. Okay, but still, the Lord sent his only begotten son, Yahushai, okay, to push forth the message more explicitly, okay, unto his men. Okay, so now we have more understanding, we have a better knowledge of how to serve the Lord, okay, more efficiently, more in the spirit of faith rather than in the spirit of the law. Okay, not of works. Okay, because we know that we're not going to save because of works, we're going to be saved because of faith. All right, and it says here, so again, call him while he is near, because again, there's going to be a time where you won't, this truth, this word, these videos, this knowledge will not be so easily accessible as it is today, where you could just go on YouTube and go on the brother's live, or go and watch his channel. Soon Isa Edom is going to eradicate these things from off the face of the web. Okay, you see, when he's really going to come down with great wrath, he's going to remove all these things, man. He doesn't want this word, this message, this vibration in his new world order, in the new system that he's implemented. He wants a world where there is no God, where he is at the top. See, he says that he sits in the temple, making himself God. Okay, that's what he wants. He wants people to worship him and venerate him and reverence him as the Most High, but he's just a man. Okay, that's the pride of these devils, man. Okay, and the Lord will not allow it to come to pass. Okay, Yahweh Shai must reign. Yahweh Shai will return. Okay, and that's really what we're looking for. That's really what we're seeking. Okay, the abasement of this devil and the exaltation of the real ruler. Okay, the profitable one. Okay, so that the earth and life itself may flourish on this earth. Okay, you see, a land where dwelleth righteousness, and that will only come through the supervision of Yahweh Shai, and that's what we're waiting for, man. Okay, but until then, our job is to watch and report and and prepare ourselves for his return. Okay, let me see. It says here in Matthew 24, and I'll start at 46, and it reads, Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find doing so. No, let me read a verse up. So like, yeah, 40. Let's start at 45. Matthew's 24 and 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. So again, we have to watch the prophecies and stay focused, and understanding that yes, salvation is nearer than we believe, and Yahushua is closer and closer and closer to returning by the things that we're seeing. Okay, it's evident. Okay, as it says in Second Ezra, the manifestation of the end is made manifest. Roughly paraphrasing, Yahushua said, "Learn the parable of the fig tree. When you see the plants bud and the trees coming back to life and budding and producing fruit, you know that summer is nigh. The same way the same thing goes for salvation. When you see all these prophecies come to pass, seditions, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, okay, famine, pestilence, then you will know, okay, that Yahushua is nigh, even at the door, man. Okay, so it says here, verse 33, verse 45. Who then is that faithful and wise servant whom his Lord had made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Okay, what is the meat? Okay, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay, this the prophecies that the Lord pushed, that the Lord gave unto his men. Okay, this knowledge. Okay, you're as a servant of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, you've been watching, you've been reporting, you've been feeding his sheep. Yahweh Shai said, "Well, if you love me, feed my sheep." Okay, you see, that's exactly what we must do. Okay, the sheep must be fed, man. Okay, they're starving. Okay, you see, there's always work to be done. Okay, the prophecies, this work. Okay, this work is multifaceted, man. Okay, you don't always have to go into prophecy. You can go into character building. You can go into history. You can go into politics. You can go to diet. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can go into to help the body. The body needs to eat. The sheep are hungry. Okay, you see, so do not neglect your do not neglect your lot. Do not neglect your gift. Okay, not everyone not everyone has all the talents. Not everyone has all the portion. Okay, we're a collective. Okay, and together we come as one. Okay, and we all need to do our part for this thing to work, man. Okay, lest the Lord removes you and replaces you with another brother that's on fire that will do the work, man. So again, we have to serve the Lord with fear and trembling, because He doesn't need us; we need Him, and we are disposable. Okay, if you don't want to do the work, the Lord will give the Spirit unto someone else that will do it. Okay, so that's why you have to be fervent and diligent in serving the Lord. Okay, and again it says here, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto him, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But if that servant shall say in his heart, my servant delayed his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink and be with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. Hypocrites, why? You knew the truth and you forgot, and you omitted to do the work, man. You omitted to wash and report. You omitted to feed the sheep. You omitted to work on yourself. Okay, you see, that's why you're a hypocrite, and the Lord hates hypocrites, man. Okay, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right, so you have to prepare yourself. You have to do the work, man. It's a even if it's a necessity, man. Okay, even if you don't want to do it, just do it. Okay, because you have to. Okay, it's not even when it's time to go to work for Isa, when you have to wake up in the morning and go to your regular 9 to 5 or whatever. Okay, you don't want to do it. Some days you feel like you just want to call in sick, but then you think about your bills, you think about your responsibilities, then you get up and you do what you have to do, right? Okay, how much more should we be in subjection to the Lord of the spirits? Yeah, Lord of spirits, man, that we may live. And again, Isa Edom is for a paycheck. Okay, Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai, we serve Him for our life. Okay, you have to understand that, put it into perspective. Okay, as much as you put your heart's tears and sweat for Isa Edom, you should do even more for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Okay, and the Lord is a merciful power, man. Okay, he's not expecting you to give 8 hours of your life to do this work, man. Okay, imagine 9 to 5. That's what, 40 hours in a week. Okay, 40 hours in a week you give to Isa Edom, man. Okay, you see, you have 24 hours in a day. Okay, you have time to give a 15-minute video. You have time to you have time to read one chapter at least. Okay, you have time to do all these things, man. You have to fight the flesh. You have to fight that spirit, man. Okay, you see, you can't just do the bare minimum. If you do the bare minimum, you'll receive the bare minimum. Okay, because the Lord is a just power. As you sow, that's how you're gonna reap. If you reap bountifully, you will sow bountifully, man. So, you know, I was watching and again, not to compare yourself with others, but you have brothers, elders who are really on fire for this truth, man. You can see it, man. You cannot deny it because their works follow them. You see, you have brothers that, you have brothers that do one video a day. You have brothers that do at least a minimum three videos a week. Okay, and you have other brothers that do 7 videos in one day, man. In one day they do 7 videos, man. And it's not one time, they do it consistently. Okay, so you see the mindset, you see the diligence. Okay, we're supposed to strive for that. And again, don't burn yourself out. But that's the mindset. You should want to do more, man. You should always want to do more. You should always have that mentality that I haven't done enough. Because again, as it says in Sirach, okay, exalt the Lord as much as you can. You'll still come short. Okay, because the Lord is incredible, man. Okay, you can never glorify Yahweh Shai too much, man. He has angels that all they do is throw their crowns on the floor and worship Yahweh Shai. They throw their crowns on the floor, glorify Yahweh Shai, put their crowns back on and throw it back on the floor and repeat consistently, man. Okay, you see. So that being said, as a man of the Lord, your mindset, your duty, the job description is watch and report. Okay, you see, and you will be greatly rewarded. As much as you put in, as much as you invest in this work, as much as you're going to receive back, man. Okay, and again, that's our reasonable service. That's our reasonable service, man. We were created to do so, man. We were created to serve the Lord, man. So it shouldn't be a burden. You should be delighted, man, that the Lord has found fit to make you fulfill your purpose. There's a lot of people are walking around not knowing what they're doing, man. A lot of people are going about their life in darkness. Imagine you're going about your day, your whole life, your whole time on this earth, you're in darkness, man. No light, no knowledge, no. Come on, man. That's born in vain. Being born in vain, man. With no hope. Born in vain with no hope. Okay? You don't want that lot, man. The Lord has opened your eyes, so use that time, use that knowledge, use that great opportunity wisely. Okay? And maximize that opportunity. Okay? Whenever you have some leisure, whenever you have the opportunity, whenever the Spirit hops on you to do a video, don't push it off, man. Okay? Don't resist the Spirit. Okay? You're supposed to resist the devil. Don't resist the Spirit. When the Spirit gets on you to do a video, get up. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the night. It doesn't matter if it's early in the morning. It doesn't matter if it's during your lunch break. Okay? You see? But again, do it in wisdom. You're not gonna, the Spirit hit me in the middle of a conference meeting. I have to go do a video. I'll be back in 30 minutes. No, use wisdom. Okay? But don't push off. Don't wait day to day to turn to the Lord, man. Okay? Don't wait. Don't push off to repent, and don't push off to do the work, man. Okay? So Lord willing, I hope this lesson was edifying, man. The job description of a prophet is to watch and pray. Okay? To build up. okay, to build up and to break down, okay, and to exalt Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and to push forth the vibration of righteousness on the earth. All right, so Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next lesson, until next time, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kodash. Until Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom to those listening. Okay, until next lesson, keep pushing, keep fighting. We're almost out of here, man. Soon, soon, soon. Shalom.